In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on December 2nd, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics. Eastern Conference rivals, the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, are set to face off for the first time this season on Monday night. The Celtics, boasting a solid 16-4 straight-up record but a less impressive 8-12 against the spread record, recently suffered a close defeat at the hands of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Playing as +1.5 underdogs on the road, Boston fell short in a 115-111 matchup on Sunday night. Meanwhile, the Heat, holding a 9-9 straight-up record with the same 8-12 against the spread record as Boston, concluded a home-and-home series with the Toronto Raptors on Sunday. Despite entering the game as -4.5 favorites, Miami fell to Toronto in a nail-biting 119-116 loss. Both teams are grappling with key absences. Miami remains without Josh Richardson and Nikola Jovic, while Boston continues to miss Derek White. Additionally, the Celtics are closely monitoring Jaylen Brown's availability as he deals with an illness. Miami has managed to win 4 of its last 6 games, but its inconsistency was evident in Sunday's disappointing loss to a struggling Raptors team. On the other hand, the Celtics were among the league's hottest teams before narrowly losing to the league-leading Cavaliers. Given Boston's overall performance this season, it's hard to envision anything other than a win for the Celtics on their home court. However, with the spread set just wide enough, Miami has a chance to keep the game competitive and stay within single digits. Thus, the Miami Heat to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. For Miami to stay competitive, success in scoring points in the paint will be crucial, especially considering their capability to make three-point shots. Boston's defense may not be operating at full strength after playing an intense road game against Cleveland on Sunday night, which could give Miami opportunities to exploit. On the flip side, Boston's offensive firepower should find ample opportunities both at the rim and beyond the arc, where Miami has shown to be defensively average. The Heat rank 16th in opponent field goal percentage at the rim and 16th in opponent three-point percentage, leaving room for Boston to capitalize. Although both the Celtics and Heat are teams that favor slower pace play, there are compelling reasons to expect a higher scoring game. Boston's opponents average only 14.2 seconds per offensive possession, the 8th shortest in the NBA, which can lead to a faster exchange of baskets. With both teams coming off back-to-back games, defensive fatigue may also play a role in opening up scoring opportunities. A potential reliance on three-point shooting from both squads further supports the expectation of a higher total. As a result, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Atlanta Hawks. On Monday, December 2nd, the New Orleans Pelicans will travel to Atlanta to face the Hawks in an inter-conference matchup. New Orleans enters the game with a disappointing overall record of 4-17 for the season and is currently enduring an 8-game losing streak. Their struggles have left them just 2 games ahead of the Washington Wizards for the league's worst record. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Hawks boast a 10-11 record and are riding the momentum of a 3-game winning streak, which includes consecutive victories over the Cleveland Cavaliers. In terms of player availability, the Pelicans remain severely shorthanded as they continue to cope with the absences of Zion Williamson, Jose Alvarado, and Brandon Ingram. On the other hand, the Hawks anticipate having key contributors Trae Young and Bojan Bogdanovic back in action, providing a significant boost to their lineup. New Orleans has been one of the most underwhelming teams in the NBA this season, largely due to injuries derailing their campaign. Adding to their woes, they suffered a demoralizing loss to the New York Knicks just last night, further diminishing their morale. Meanwhile, Atlanta has quietly found its rhythm, playing some of its most cohesive basketball of the season. The Pelicans' struggles can be attributed to their inability to establish consistency on either end of the court. Offensively, they have struggled to find flow, while their defense has been porous, making it difficult to remain competitive. Injuries have also prevented them from settling on a stable lineup, further compounding their difficulties. In contrast, the Hawks appear to be peaking at the right time. With 3 consecutive wins under their belt, their confidence is surging. Trae Young has been the driving force behind their recent success, delivering standout performances over the past week. His leadership on offense has allowed the Hawks to take advantage of opponents, and they'll look to maintain that momentum against a depleted Pelicans squad. When it comes to betting trends, neither team has been particularly reliable against the spread. The Hawks hold a 1-5 record against the spread as home favorites, while the Pelicans are 2-5 against the spread as road underdogs. The Pelicans' frequent injury issues and lack of continuity have been key factors in their struggles. Playing on the second night of a back-to-back with an already battered roster is likely to further hinder their performance. Although the Hawks haven't consistently won by significant margins, their current form suggests they are well positioned to capitalize on New Orleans' vulnerabilities. While Atlanta has not been particularly dominant at home this season, their recent efforts suggest they are finding their stride. If they bring the same intensity and focus they demonstrated in their recent games against Cleveland, they should have little trouble securing a decisive victory. Considering the circumstances, the Atlanta Hawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total score, the over has hit in 7 of Atlanta's 10 home games this season, reflecting their ability to push the tempo. The Hawks are the 3rd fastest team in the league in terms of pace, and the Pelicans, ranked 15th in pace, are also capable of playing at a high tempo. This sets the stage for a high-scoring affair, as both teams' defensive struggles are likely to result in plenty of easy scoring opportunities. When these teams faced each other a month ago, they combined for 237 points despite the Pelicans missing several of their top offensive players. Additionally, Atlanta has been one of the league's most reliable teams for overs, with a 14-7 record to the over-under, the 2nd highest clip in the NBA. With both teams favoring a fast-paced game and lacking defensive prowess, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The NBA season continues to unfold on Monday night with an enticing Western Conference matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers remain shorthanded, with several key players unavailable, including D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, and Cam Reddish. Despite their challenges, the Lakers have been resilient, boasting a 3-0 record in back-to-back games this season. However, the pressing question is whether they can maintain their energy after a taxing victory against Utah. In that matchup, nearing his 40th birthday, LeBron James once again proved his value with a decisive driving layup that secured a narrow 1-point win. Although he struggled from beyond the arc, going 0 for 9, James still managed to contribute 27 points and 14 assists while taking 28 total shots. The Lakers enter Monday's game as 6.5-point underdogs against the Timberwolves, and it's worth considering how James and his teammates will recover on short rest. The Timberwolves, in contrast, benefit from a rest advantage as their last game was on Saturday and they have not had to travel since. Despite a challenging November, which has left them with a 9-10 overall record, Minnesota has been strong at home, posting a 6-4 record at the Target Center. The Timberwolves will be motivated to avenge their season-opening loss to the Lakers, a 110-103 defeat. Historically, Minnesota has dominated this matchup on their home court, winning 12 of the last 14 meetings at the Target Center. Additionally, the Timberwolves are currently more efficient offensively than the Lakers, who have struggled from deep, recording single-digit 3-point totals in 2 of their last 4 games. With Minnesota ranking 10th in the NBA in opponent 3-point percentage, they are well positioned to stifle Los Angeles shooting once again. Considering the caliber of teams the Lakers have beaten in back-to-back scenarios, San Antonio, New Orleans, and Sacramento, the Timberwolves are likely to present a significantly tougher challenge. Thus, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their recent 1-4 stretch, the Timberwolves have averaged only 104 points per game, underscoring their offensive struggles. Of those 5 games, just one surpassed the total of 225.5 points. Furthermore, when these teams faced off in their October 22nd season opener, the game ended with a combined score of 213 points as the Lakers triumphed 110-103. While Minnesota's defense may not be as formidable as it was last season, they remain a defense-oriented team that operates at a slower pace. Factoring in the Lakers' fatigue from playing on consecutive nights and their ongoing injury concerns, a lower scoring game seems likely. For the total points pick, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Brooklyn Nets versus Chicago Bulls. On Monday evening, the Brooklyn Nets will travel to the United Center in Chicago for a road matchup against the Bulls. The Nets are coming off a game on Sunday night, making this a challenging back-to-back situation for them, while the Bulls enter this contest following a tough loss to the Boston Celtics. Brooklyn continues to deal with significant injury setbacks, with players like Noah Clowney, Cam Thomas, and Ben Simmons unavailable. Meanwhile, the Bulls are also managing their own injury concerns, as Patrick Williams has been ruled out, and Kobe White's status is currently listed as questionable. The Nets will face the added challenge of fatigue, compounded by the absence of their leading scorer, Cam Thomas, who is averaging 25 points per game. This loss significantly impacts their offensive capabilities, making the Bulls a strong contender to secure the victory. Although Chicago has struggled defensively, they possess enough offensive firepower to exploit Brooklyn's porous defense, which is allowing 118 points per 100 possessions, ranking 26th in the NBA. Chicago's defensive rebounding has been a bright spot, as they rank 4th in the league with a defensive rebound percentage of 77.6%. They also favor a fast-paced style of play and will likely aim to capitalize on Brooklyn's short-handed roster by pushing the ball in transition. Without their top scorer, the Nets are at a considerable disadvantage in this matchup, especially against a Bulls team that thrives on creating and converting fast break opportunities. In their previous game, Nikola Vucevic delivered his best scoring performance of the season with 32 points while competing against Kristaps Porzingis on both ends of the court. This effort marked Vucevic's third consecutive double-double and his fifth in the last 7 games, underscoring his consistent production. Zach LaVine also rebounded effectively after a poor outing against the Orlando Magic, where he managed only 8 points on 3 for 9 shooting. The Bulls faced Orlando twice in succession and now prepare to take on a Brooklyn squad dealing with a depleted backcourt. Opponents are shooting 48.6% against the Nets, the second highest mark in the league, which further tilts the odds in Chicago's favor. Neither team inspires full confidence at the moment. Brooklyn is grappling with numerous injuries, while Chicago has struggled to establish any rhythm this season despite enjoying relatively good health overall. The Nets could potentially spring an upset if a player like Dennis Schroeder delivers an exceptional performance, but given their current injury woes, the Chicago Bulls to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Nets will be playing the second game of a back-to-back after Sunday's action, a scenario that often exacerbates fatigue and performance issues. Last season, the Bulls ranked near the bottom of the NBA in terms of pace, but this year they have reversed course and now lead the league in that category. However, their increased tempo has taken a toll on their defensive efficiency, with opponents shooting a league-high 48.8% against them. Both teams rank among the bottom 5 in defensive rating, creating the potential for a high-scoring affair despite Brooklyn's injury concerns. Dennis Schroeder is expected to suit up for the Nets, which could help stabilize their offense. Brooklyn's defense has been inconsistent this season, but the team remains one of the most prolific in terms of three-point shooting. They rank 3rd in the NBA in three-point attempt rate and 2nd in three-point percentage, showcasing their ability to stretch the floor. The Bulls, on the other hand, are equally potent from beyond the arc, ranking 5th in three-point attempt rate and 6th in three-point percentage. Chicago's offensive tempo has led to explosive scoring performances, as they have surpassed 120 points in 5 of their last 7 games. Furthermore, the over has hit in each of the last 3 meetings between these two teams, making over the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.